There is a fleet of 55 ambulances, just like this one, serving the 911 system in Santa Clara County. Unlike other ambulances you may see in the area, these ambulances and the people who work on them spend their days responding to 911 emergency medical calls. The blue and yellow makes the ambulance more visible, and the yellow striping is highly reflective for nighttime visibility. The yellow chevron pattern on the rear doors grab attention and identify the ambulance as an emergency vehicle. Mirrored type paramedics on the edge of the hood appear spelled out correctly when you see it in your rearview mirror, so it's more obvious who is behind you. Santa Clara County Ambulance is maintained and staffed by a contracted company. The county EMS agency sets the standards and regulates the clinical care provided by those paramedics and EMTs. Bright red LEDs flash in a strobe-like pattern. The upper light bar is what you notice from a distance. The lower grille lights are what you see when the ambulance is up close. There are also red lights on the sides and back of the ambulance to keep it visible from every angle. In the middle of the upper light bar is a clear plastic part. This is the opticom, a device that tells some traffic signals when the ambulance is approaching in emergency mode. Certain traffic signals will recognize that the ambulance is using emergency lights and sirens and change to green in the ambulance's direction of travel, to make passing through the intersection quicker and safer. Our ambulances have an advanced siren with a special howler tone that plays over the regular siren sound. The howler is deeper and gets through soundproofing better. If you ever feel your car vibrating, look around. There might be an ambulance coming up with a howler on. The driver can control the siren with the horn on the steering wheel, so they don't need to take their hands off the wheel while driving in emergency mode. Ambulances may need to park in a red zone to handle 911 emergencies. The ambulance is equipped with a public address system so that the ambulance crews can give direction to large groups of people in the event of a disaster. Metal trim around the lower exterior keeps the ambulance from getting dinged and scratched. Exterior compartments store equipment for use on 911 calls. The backboard hatch is accessible from either side so that responders do not have to walk on the exposed side of the vehicle when parked on the side of the road. The fire restock compartment is located on the right because many calls require the ambulance to park on the street. Right side access keeps firefighters safe from traffic. The stair chair has special treads that control the speed when going downstairs. This allows responders to safely move patients up or down a staircase. There are several cameras which record while the ambulance drives with lights and sirens. The cameras help the driver see behind the ambulance and are useful for call review. The camera does not record the patient in the back of the ambulance. Each ambulance is alarmed and electronically tracked at all times by dispatch. The EMS crew uses the module control panel to operate the electrical components of the ambulance, such as the emergency lights and siren, and the climate controls within the patient compartment. The computer mounted in the cab, known as the MDC, is a direct link to dispatch. Call information appears on the screen, and the GPS-enabled computer will automatically navigate to the location of the 911 call. The ambulance crew can also tell the dispatcher what their status is, like on scene of a call or transporting to the hospital, by tapping a button on the computer screen. Each of our ambulances has a secured Wi-Fi access point with GPS, so that various pieces of equipment can connect to the internet. The GPS receiver helps dispatch keep track of each vehicle, and for every 911 call, intelligent software recommends the 3 closest ambulances and provides estimated response times. Other EMS resources are able to use the Wi-Fi access point to get to the internet when needed. The radio system is the primary way the crew communicates with dispatch. Our crews use a powerful radio mounted in the ambulance and smaller portable radios that clip to the belt. All of them allow easy communication between the ambulance and dispatch, and between 2 or more ambulances. Since driving safely takes a lot of attention, we have headsets that the crews can use to communicate with dispatch without needing to take their eyes off of the road. The headsets allow the driver in the front to speak directly with the patient attendant in the back. The headsets also provide ear protection from the loud siren. The gurney is one of our most important tools. They are motorized and can lift up to 750 pounds. The gurney connects to the floor with a sturdy multi-point locking system. There is a 5-point harness safety belt to keep the patient secure and allow paramedic access. 5 of our ambulances are specially outfitted with a bariatric lift, an elevator to help transport patients of any size easily, quickly, and safely. There are plenty of places to sit in the back of the ambulance. 2 in particular are important. The captain's chair, behind the gurney, is the safest place for the paramedic while the ambulance is moving. Next to the gurney is a seat with a 5-point harness restraint and a cargo net. These safety devices help keep the paramedic in place during transport. There are also several seats with lap belts for other emergency personnel or family. There are 2 ways to secure young children. One is a seat built into the captain's chair, and the other is a seat that straps to the gurney. Our ambulances carry large reserves of pure oxygen. Paramedics and EMTs may give oxygen through wall-mounted delivery points or from a portable oxygen tank. A suction device allows paramedics to clear fluids from a patient's mouth and nose to keep them breathing freely. There is a portable version that is used when working outside the ambulance. The exhaust vent system helps prevent airborne illness from spreading throughout the cab. The paramedic can activate the exhaust fan while the driver turns on the air conditioning to keep fresh air flowing inside the ambulance. Cabinets are located throughout the interior to store supplies in marked and sealed bins for easy access. The bins are standardized and prepared ahead of time so that restocking the ambulance is quick and simple. This is the cardiac monitor, a very useful tool. This device can measure blood pressure, perform a 12-lead ECG to detect heart attack, measure oxygen levels in the blood, and even measure the amount of carbon dioxide the patient exhales. On top of all that, the monitor can wirelessly transmit this information to the doctor in the emergency room. These 2 bags have everything an ambulance crew needs for any type of emergency call. Instead of gathering individual items from cabinets, the crew can quickly grab the bags and focus on patient care. These cargo nets keep equipment like jump bags and extra oxygen tanks secured. The refrigerator chills bags of saline solution. We give chilled saline to a patient after reversing cardiac arrest in order to prevent damage to essential organs like the brain, heart, and lungs. The red garbage bags are for infectious waste. Once filled, sharps containers and red bags skip the landfill and head straight to the incinerator. Paramedics must document everything that happens on a 911 call. We use laptops to record detailed information about patient care and treatment. Once the report is finished, the crew transmits it to a secure and private server. Keeping the workspace clean is an important task for any ambulance crew. We use a variety of cleaning agents to eliminate bacteria and viruses, and the floors are mopped with bleach. Every patient gets a clean and sanitary ambulance. So as you've just seen, these ambulances feature advanced and progressive technologies designed to enhance the entire 911 system. We hope that you have gained a better understanding for the advanced technologies utilized by the highly skilled emergency medical professionals who are at work all day, every day here in Santa Clara County.